So after what feels like an eternity, March 2020 is finally coming to a close, and wow, what a month it turned out to be in, I guess you could say, the worst possible way imaginable. I don't remember exactly when the floor just kind of fell out of everything, but, you know, as of March 1st, I think I was still planning on going to South by Southwest. I thought I was going to be at a film festival in the middle of the month. I was going to see a bunch of my friends from LA a month ago, and then that got canceled. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. They're overreacting, though. What are they thinking with all of this? And then about 2.5 weeks ago, it was a specific Thursday, and the whole thing just came crumbling down. At least for me, it felt like, because as soon as I woke up one day and John Krasinski announced A Quiet Place 2, getting punted down the line to unspecified date, and then F9 was pushed back to the next year, it was just like everything changed all at once. And essentially since that Thursday, 2.5 weeks ago, however long it's, I don't know, it feels like forever, I've barely left my house. My kids were on spring break the next week, and they're like, try and stay home, don't go anywhere, don't talk to people, don't touch anyone. And then last week they officially said, shelter at home, we do not want you to leave your house. Don't do anything. So as per that, there's, I don't have nearly as much stuff. I haven't picked up nearly as many things, both because I just haven't left my house. The way that I normally get things for my hauls is I just have it part of my regular cycle. I stop by the Best Buy to see what's on sale, see what's new kind of coming out, stop by specific stores, see if I can find some nice Funko Pops. And when you're not doing that, it does, you're not going to find as many cool little things. And then the other thing along those lines was that, simply because of everything going on, I was like, probably shouldn't spend any extra money. Not that I'm not in danger or anything like that, but let's just see how everything falls and how YouTube plays out, rather than rushing out to like, oh, I'm locked at home, I better go to Blu-ray massive quarantine haul or anything like that. Didn't think that was a very good idea. So I just tried to spend less. And then because I couldn't go out to Best Buy, then I would just order off Amazon, and then apparently Amazon for non-essentials is just booting it down the line. So even if I had ordered anything, it wouldn't be here yet. So anyway, getting a little bit podcasty right now, just kind of letting you know a little bit what things have been like for me. And, to say the least, it's been a weird little bit of time, but I'm an introvert, so I'm just stuck at home with my wife and kids, which is kind of what I like. They're all introverts, so we're kind of happy. Played a lot of Uno and started watching a lot more TV shows that don't go or that's not for a video, and then watched Brickmasters, actually. We let the kids stay up till like 2 a.m. watching Brickmasters. We've never done that, but we never let the kids stay up that late just binging something. Did that. But anyway, you're here for a Blu-ray haul, and enough about all the excitement of life. Even some of the stuff, actually, about half the stuff that I have this month actually came through fan mail that I received. So we just kind of make our way through some of this stuff. First up, we've got Snowpiercer. This was one of the things I received from a fan in a movie that I can actually get to watch. Normally, a lot of times I'm so busy that if I'm not watching stuff just for a video, then stuff kind of gets delayed. But now that I don't have to prep any rankings for new releases because there are no new releases, I can actually check this one out. This one was a gift from Charlie Bushman, and sent that to me through the mail. Received it just a little bit ago, which just greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, man. I haven't seen it yet, and I've been wanting to watch it for years. It just hasn't happened, and so now I have it, so now I can check that one out. If you don't know, since I check out fan mail over on my second channel, I'll try to remember to put the link up here. If it's not, it'll be at the end of the video, since I've got several of these in here that you can watch the video where I opened all the stuff that I received from fans. But thank you so much, Charlie. That is greatly appreciated. Next up on here, we've got Ready or Not. This one, we actually did brave the universe and left our home, did curbside pickup before we were in full shelter at home mode to pick this one up. My wife doesn't really do horror movies, so anytime she shows a little bit of interest, I just hop on it, and she was like, we should watch Ready or Not. And I was like, you'll watch Ready or Not? We can go buy it right now. It's worth risking the elements and everything like that. So we went out, did the curbside, and did like this whole like trash bags on our hands, grabbing them, Blu-ray through the window. It was quite the ordeal. Watched it, and she actually kind of dug it. I thought that she would, because it's got like enough quirkiness to it, and it does have violence and things like that, but just the right amount in the right way. And we watched through the OC together that has Adam Brody, and so Adam Brody's in the movie, and then she liked Annie McDowell, and Annie McDowell's in it. We recently, she was might have been to promote this. She was on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and so we listened to all that. It was kind of funny because she's very open about a bunch of stuff. And so my wife's like, I don't know how I feel about her anymore. She's just so real on that. I was like, yeah, she was very real. And then in this, she's not the best mother-in-law that you could have. I actually really enjoy Samara Weaving, and so she just has a quirky energy to her. She keeps picking these fun horror projects, which is an interesting direction to go with it, but she's like established herself very low key as this major player in the horror franchise, and then she's going to be in Bill and Ted Face the Music next year, so making a bit of a transition there. Then we've got the Bourne Classified Collection, and I bought the wrong one. I don't know if I bought the wrong one, but it doesn't have all 6 movies. It has, is that right? 3. There's 5 movies. It has 4 of the movies. And the goof. Whoa, what on? Whoa, movies just flying at. What? Who? Kids. This is supposed to go in this little sleeve right here, and the kids just placed it in here, leaving me to have it fall out. But so Jason Bourne hadn't come out, I guess, when they did this version. But in the booklet, they added still a little spot for it and put a fake disc in there. So when you buy it separately, you can put it in here. Kind of some nice forethought, kind of a weird way to do that. But I don't own Jason Bourne on Blu-ray. I guess I could just find the cheapest version and slide it in here for whenever that happens. But I have a digital copy of Jason Bourne. I was hoping to get one that had all the movies, and it said, I thought on the packaging on Amazon, that this one would have all of it. It doesn't. I'm not terribly concerned about it because the price was right for the whole set, but now I have to buy Jason Bourne to complete. I have the true full Bourne Classified Collection. Picked this one up because doing something called 31 on 31 in May with Cody Leach, ranking 31 action movies from like 7 or 8 different action franchises. And so I've been working through a bunch of the classic ones like Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Bourne, John Wick. So I didn't own these ones on Blu-ray. I've got them all right over there in my DVD collection, but I don't have them for my, I don't even know why I pointed as if you guys could see what I'm looking at over there. Behind the camera are all of my actual DVDs. These are Blu-rays. Those are DVDs over there. So, pick this one up so I can finally have them. It was like the right opportunity to get one of those franchises that I love, but don't have on Blu-ray. Now I do. Next one on here, I don't think I had this one last month, but Jumanji: The Next Level. My kids, massive fans of the Jumanjis out through all of them. I mean, all 4 films in it have been on heavy rotation in my home ever since I showed them Welcome to the Jungle. So they were pumped about the sequel. I actually got to go take my 2 older kids to go see it at the press screen, which was really cool. And they had a ton of fun with it. I was a little bit more mixed on it, but my wife wasn't able to watch it because I couldn't take an adult plus kids with me. That's not the way press screenings work. But I could take the kids. So then as soon as it was available on Vudu to do the disc plus digital deal, I did that. Picked up so my wife got to watch it. I didn't even get to watch it with her with the way things worked out. They might have watched it the last time I went out to the theater. That might be the way that the universe played out, that I left for the theater for the last time maybe ever, and they watched this one while I was gone, because I'm trying to think through when was the last time I could have left my home and they would have to go somewhere. And I think it must have been whenever I went to go see Bloodshot, the last movie I ever saw in the theater. But so then they watched it. I didn't even get a good take. I asked her what she thought about that one. A bunch of people keep asking me about that disc plus digital deal. So what happens on Vudu, which is one of the online stores for movies that kind of syncs up with most all the other digital libraries. So that's the one that I use, is Vudu. For some new releases, not all, the way they come out, the way the market works right now, when a movie comes to home video, they release it digital for two weeks exclusively, and then they put it out on disc. So the natural thing, a bunch of us are like, I'm going to buy the disc, but if I'm going to do that, like, what? You give me a digital code, can you not let me do that early, Voodoo came up with an option for some releases where you can get that digital access to it. And that's what we did with this. You get the digital access, and then when it's available on disc, they mail it to you. Seems like something pretty obvious you would think everyone would want to do. A lot of them don't want to do that, don't know their reasoning. Maybe it's because inherently inside of that you get 2 digital codes. I haven't tested that, but in theory you get 2 digital codes if you do that, because they give you access and then they mail you a digital code, and they won't know what digital code is inside of the packaging, I wouldn't think. That would be very detailed if they did. So maybe that's why certain ones don't do it, but certain studios do. Jumanji, that's how I did that. Disney doesn't do that with any of their releases. So that's, yeah. Anyway, Disney doesn't do that with any of their releases. Anyway. This is good, man. This is kind of fun, just going for it without worry that you guys are going to get mad at me that I'm rambling a little bit too much. Next up, the one Funko I did buy, kind of really cool, kind of frustrating. It is Captain America with Mjolnir from Endgame. The problem, though, is that you can see the hammer. It's in his his right hand. Just looking at it, it's on my left, his right. And because of this packaging right here, you can't actually see the Mjolnir. Even if I bend it all around, you can't get a good look at it, but it's there. So that's frustrating since I leave mine in the packaging. Some of you guys message me about that all the time. Do you leave them in the packaging? I leave them in the packaging. So this one, I might break my rules. I got to see that hammer. So he's probably going to come out of the packaging. Pick that one. Yeah, that's the only one I bought. And you can see the shield. I don't know if you can see. I can see the shield is cracked too. So this is a cool one. Not necessarily for being in the packaging with my normal way that I do things. Then we got a couple of these that are fan mail ones. First one from Griff. Wrote me a letter too. Pretty cool. And Sandman, we talk on Facebook pretty regular, every couple of days or so. Sent me Sandman. Used it actually in yesterday's video. The first time that you'll see this one on the channel, I believe, is the first time I used this one. My video I put out yesterday on my pitch for what they should do for Spider-Man 3, the MCU one. So anyway, thank you very much for that one. I'm building out a nice little Spider-Man collection of Funkos, and so that's a nice one to have. And then finally, one sent from one of my supporters on Patreon, Majestic Demon, with a nice Superman. My 2 favorite superheroes of all time are Batman and Superman. I can't decide which one I like more. They're both iconic and archetypes in different ways, so I love each of them. And so just a classic Superman one is what we got. It's even got the protector and everything, which is pretty cool. I didn't have a Superman before. I've got some different Batman options and characters, but I didn't have anything in my Superman archive yet. So it was one of those ones that I was looking to check out, and now I have it. There you have it. So that's what I picked up or received through fan mail. Greatly, thank you guys so much for sending me the fan mail. Thank you guys so much for watching, caring what I have to say. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands, and yeah. Keep talking movies too much. Oh, and you can see that fan mail video right over there. Bye-bye.